Hello, everybody. It's Sooner Girl and T-townMaryEllen here. We are in Oologah, Oklahoma at Will Rogers' birthplace. Did you get a notification?
No.
It says it's connecting to chat.
Okay, it says it's on.
I don't know if you can hear the audio, but
Yeah, it's good.
there's an extended loop of information about the house. Oologah, Oklahoma is about 30 minutes outside Tulsa. How far is it from you, Leanne?
50.
About 50 minutes from where Leanne lives. And it's a fun, cool, it's a log. If you look at the walls are log cabin-esque, but when we go outside, you'll see that maybe it was at one time, but it is not now, or maybe even then they had it. But the inside, I guess it's for warmth. But this is how it would have looked back in his day. And if you're not familiar with Will Rogers, he was a satirist back in the early 1900s, and comedian, politician, actor. He may have even done rodeos. Yeah, cowboy. He's a Cherokee, one of my tribe members.
Dean is on.
Hey, Dean. Yes, he is the best. He really was funny. Even the political jokes that he made back then and political observations still hold true today. If you watch or read or look at some of the things that he wrote, it's really pertinent. Even
Not a member of any organized. Hey, I still got my sunshades on. It is very cold and windy outside.
it is. Oh, they still have their Christmas tree up. Well, you can kind of see what it looked like. Never met a man I didn't like. He did say that. You're exactly right.
And that's what he wanted on his tombstone.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. It says, when I die, my epitaph, or whatever you call those signs on gravestones, is going to read, I joked about every prominent man of my time, but I never met a man I didn't like. I am proud of that. I can hardly wait to die so it can be carved on my tombstone.
Aw. Oh, I love that it's still decorated for Christmas. And when you think back in the day, this is a big house for a family. In rural Oklahoma. This is the bedroom he was born in. There's a little crib. And if you notice, there's like fireplaces
In every room.
in every room,
Or a wood stove.
or a wood stove. I assume that's how they kept warm. I mean, we take it for granted now.
The room straight ahead as you go down the hall was the large dining room.
This is their dining room.
Probably the most used room in the house. For the house was a famous landmark and it was always welcome to visitors.
And you notice there's a door outside the dining room. That's interesting.
After all, Rogers County.
Hi, Alyssa Stenberg. How are you? Thank you for joining the stream. We're at Will Rogers' house, and I'll show you when we go outside. There's a lake. It overlooks a lake, and the lake is man-made, and the house used to be down by where the lake is now, and they had to move it up here on the hill so that it didn't get flooded when they made the lake. But as Leanne and I are noticing, every room, well, this is the kitchen. So there's the stove.
Yeah, it says each room sports a fireplace.
Yeah. We are noticing like a fireplace in every room, or in this case, a stove to keep things warm. It's pretty cool. We can't go upstairs. They have it blocked off. I would think one day that they'll get it done so that they can have tourists go up there, but right now. Yeah, he actually was born and raised in this house. And like I said, this is, I think, pretty opulent for that day and age. What did Will Rogers' dad do? Was he a rancher?
He was a rancher, and then he moved to Claremore and he became president of a bank.
Oh, president of the bank. Well, yes, back in that day, that would be something.
Never seemed the same. Within a couple of years, Clement remarried and moved to Claremore, where, among other things, he was one of the founders of the First National.
So is this like a extra bedroom, a craft room? I don't know what some of this stuff is, but if you look up here, this is how you get upstairs, but it's blocked off. And every time I've ever come here, you've never been able to go up there. So yes, we're the only people here. There was one other, like 3 other people that were here earlier, and from Texas, touring the property, and they probably moved on to the barn, which we'll move to in a few minutes, but we're the only ones in the house. Yes.
His bedroom was upstairs with his sisters.
We rode over the old ranch for a final look.
He slept on a pallet in the fresh air on the outside porch a lot of the times, it said.
And
So I
then the
guess
house
they're
was carefully
upstairs.
moved, piece by piece, 3/4 of a mile to this present high hill overlooking beautiful Lake Oologah. So please, enjoy, look around, ask questions, and think back to a time more than a century ago.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So this is just the downstairs. Like I said, there's a whole upstairs that they don't allow tourists to go see yet. I never have my whole life. I don't know if they'll ever let you. And this almost looks like a door to the basement.
So he was listed in the Guinness Book of World Records for throwing 3 lassos at once.
Yes, he was great at the, doing lasso work.
He traveled around the globe 3 times.
Like at rodeos or?
Just a world traveler. He died in an airplane crash.
Yes, with Wiley Post.
He remained a simple Oklahoma cowboy.
Yeah. Oologah's Cherokee for something. So this is a little glimpse out their front door. There's the lake ahead of us. The view is stunning, just beautiful. It'd be amazing to live up here. And the lake's really full right now, so you can see it. Once upon a time, sometimes it was hard to see the lake, but it's very clear now.
I know, I'd like to have this view from my house.
Oh, no kidding. Me too. And in the spring, it's really beautiful.
And the lake, you can't see, well, when we go outside, you'll be able to see it, but it just keeps going round and round. Pretty vast.
Okay. You ready?
Hi, Noah, the Disney World fan.
Hey, Noah. How are you? Thank you for joining. We're at Will Rogers' Birthplace, heading towards the barn. There's a kitty that that keeps following us. Can't find it now. But there's the lake. This is the view from his birthplace front porch.
I think we're going to try to capture some of the other events that they have going on up here, like maybe especially during Christmas season.
Yeah. Yeah, they have some fun stuff.
Will Rogers Kitty. It may be a descendant.
Could be. Could be. That's the kitty that keeps following us. It's well fed. The caretaker's house is behind this house, so you know I feel sure. And normally there's peacocks and stuff out and about. It must be too cold for the peacocks this time of year. Here's the outside of his house. Hi, baby. Yes. It's a descendant of Will Rogers Kitty. That's what we're saying. So, I mean, just think, back in the day, that a house like this, you know, would live in. How many siblings did Will Rogers have?
He had 2 sisters I know that he shared rooms with upstairs. I don't know.
Yeah, the balcony, it said on a plaque inside that he used to sleep out on the balcony in the warm, you know, when it was hot out to get some air.
They call this the White House of the Verdigris.
Oh, cool. She said they call it the White House of the Verdigris. That there's the Verdigris River around here, and there's a town called Verdigris, and you know. I mean, Oologah's not very big, but it's beautiful.
Who knows what the can is in the yard?
Didn't they put milk in it?
It's a milk can, yeah.
Oh, were you asking to get an answer?
Oh, that's fine. No.
I'm sitting there answering. Well, again,
good.
that's a. Oh, the Texas people left. They must have already seen everything. Well, they didn't go to the barn. This ranch is called the Dog Iron Ranch.
And Will Rogers was the one that changed the name after he took over, after his dad kind of left it to him.
They have events and stuff out here. They have lights all set up and whatever. Yeah, I mean it's beautiful. It's kind of hard to capture. Just you are silly. The kitty just keeps collapsing in front of our feet, wanting to be pet. I mean it's just gorgeous. There's a couple of horses. And I've come to this place my whole life, and through the years, they just keep upgrading and upgrading the whole thing. Look at that carriage in there. We'll take a look at that on the way out. This is way better kept up than it was when I was little. And I'm glad, because it really is beautiful. I know! Where's your owner? There's a hillside over there. Northeastern Oklahoma is called green country, and we have a lot more hills than western Oklahoma that's flat and red clay soil, where Donna Jaworski came from. Oh, how funny. Here's a large covered wagon. Oh, maybe it's one of the...
Please do not feed the animals.
Oh. Don't worry. Oh, it's the goat hitting the can up against the... Look at this cool covered wagon. I mean, those wheels, those are original wheels. That's a real wagon. It's huge. Well, yeah, when you think about it, when they had the land run, most people came in one of these. It's like, it's large. When you're standing here next to it, I've seen a lot smaller ones, but when you think of the scheme of things, when you're traveling across country, it's probably not. Here's some goats. Came out of nowhere. There's some miniature ponies or donkeys. What are they?
I think they're donkeys.
Okay. There's some donkeys. I guess it's feeding time. Oh, here's the kitty that keeps following us. He's been fed now, so he's happy. Happy camper. See, in here, Leanne, you know, some of those things that they're talking about that they do here, when we were looking at events that they do during the year, I'm pretty sure they do them in here. Here's a bunch of saddles from...
I wonder if that's some of his saddles.
I wish there were a plaque or something. Could be.
I think they have some of his lassos, his ropes and stuff.
I know. I bet it's in the museum. One day we'll go to the Will Rogers Museum, and it's amazing. It's got all the memorabilia and stuff from when he was an actor, and has movies that he was in, and the lassos and all that other stuff that he used back in the day. I'm really disappointed the peacocks aren't here, because they just roam the grounds. They probably don't let them out until it's warmer. There used to be more to see in here than this. Let me show you this covered carriage, though. It's amazing. Yeah, there's where the peacocks live. That little house right there. Okay, we're going to go to the telephone. Leanne and I will attest that it's a little chilly today. So there it says dog iron.
Hey, it's this. Oh, I was fixing to say it's the Surrey with the fringe on top. It's got fringe.
It does have fringe.
Oh, and that is the top when it's out.
Oh, it is. It is a Surrey with a fringe on top.
Oklahoma. Did you ever go to Discoveryland when it was open?
I did.
I loved that.
So the fringe part attaches, and it's like a little hood when it's being used. But look at these spokes. I mean, these are original, people. And there's another set that hasn't been used, just for display.
There's an old scale.
Hey, Noah, are you still there?
This is actually the warmest spot.
It is. The wind's not blowing in here. I need to make you a mod. I'll do that tonight when I get home this evening. I'm trying to get down to the horses. Normally, it changes every time I come out here. There was a time when you could just walk right up and touch them, but it doesn't look like they let you do that anymore. Oh, we're walking straight to the wind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're getting some wind noise. I need to get a cattail or whatever they call it to put on. There's the horses. Here's a goat coming outside.
I thought we were supposed to warm up this weekend.
The cat is back. The cat that won't go away. Normally we can touch the horses, but
there you go. You can show them how cold it is. Look at the ice.
yeah,
The water.
there's ice that tells you how cold it is. There's a couple horses down there too. It's feeding time, so they're all very interested in that. Here's a side view of Will Rogers' house. It'd be fun to be out here for an event. It's just so open, and horses used to be over here.
Maybe they do things different in the winter.
Could be.
That's your car.
There are exactly two of us here. I mean, I'm sure in the spring and summer there's a lot more traffic, but it's a little chilly today. Very historic building. When was this built, did it say?
It was 18. I looked that up earlier.
This building was built in 18...
Yeah, I'm getting there.
See, now look. Originally it was a log cabin house, because look at the little cutout on the side of the house. They're exposed it to show you, but when they moved it up here, they probably put siding on it to protect it.
Will Rogers was born in 1879. This house was completed in 1875.
Wow. So this house was built in 1875.
He began building it in 1873, but it didn't get finished till 1875.
Wow.
It was more than 60,000 acres at one time.
Whoa.
Then something happened. I was reading about that earlier, where government came in and took a lot of the land.
Because he's an Indian?
It was originally 60, reduced to 140, with Clem and Will Rogers allotments. Clem was able to buy up land around him, reaching nearly 2,000 acres, but the range would never be what it once was.
Aw.
The federal government would take the land that was collectively owned by the tribes,
I knew it.
individually allot the land to citizens.
My peeps. Persecution by the government. So I'm amazed at the doors. There's a door there, there's a door on the other side, there's a door over here, and there's a door, and there's 4 doors. Now maybe that was done later, but also it could have been for ventilation for that day, because back then they didn't have air conditioning, so of course they're going to have to air out the house. So I'm thinking it was for ventilation.
That's
to
why
air out
I
the
slept
house.
a lot up there.
Yes. And you could get the breeze off of the lake. But this view would sell me to move up here anytime. And since it's a man-made lake, you can't build a house down by the shore. They have to be built up higher. So it's really just a pure, shoreline with no houses, no obstructed views. It's just all nature. It's beautiful.
After all, Rogers County was named for Clem Rogers, and he was the oldest member of the Oklahoma State Constitutional Convention.
So this building is in Rogers County, and it was named after Will Rogers' dad. They named it Rogers County after Will Rogers' dad. Hi, Timothy Rainwaters. How are you? Thanks for joining the stream. We're at Will Rogers' birthplace, and we're We probably came at too early to see some things that I've normally seen out here before. The wildlife they let just run loose on the property, peacocks and etc., chickens. It seems to me there was more in the barn the last time I came, but
Did they take some of it out to build that little room?
I'm thinking so. Although the room was there last time, it seems to be a little bigger, but I don't know. Or maybe they wanted to move the artifacts to the museum and make the house different.
How would you like to come out and have to get your water?
Yeah, there's their well, which was see, here again is another door. It's there's the caretaker's house behind his birthplace. There's the well. Unfortunately, people have put stuff in it. Once upon a time, it was a working well. So, when I told you there's a lot of fireplaces in here, you've already seen 2 fireplace stacks, smoke stacks. But I would imagine a lot of this is the original stonework, pathways and what have you. Not the bricks, but the pathways.
Yeah.
It's a nice, quiet, peaceful place out here. It's really windy. And here is a marker for Will Rogers' dad, Clement, who Rogers County was named after. What, baby? The kitty is very unhappy. I know. That was a short little run through of the property, the house, the history, the barn.
Now, that is an airstrip, so they allow small planes to land
Cool.
in that field. That's why it's marked off. And also, if you call in advance, you can bring your RV out.
Oh, there's hookups.
and stay out here.
I see that.
So I imagine they do probably have more going on during the summer.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Because if you notice when you came in at that sign up there, it also said that you can split off and take that road to go to the hiking trails.
Ooh, that's fun. Yeah. I'm sure they're trying to think of ways all the time to help pay to maintain this place.
It doesn't cost anything to come.
It does not. They accept donations, of course, but have events and what have you throughout the year to try and pay for the upkeep of the property.
Now, T-townMaryEllen and I are thinking about doing one of the virtual Disney runs. So that may be a stream coming up this summer sometime.
Yeah. Yeah. You all should think about doing that. Google it because it's pretty cool. It's just a 5K that you do wherever you are. We don't know the cost or anything yet, but
I did one and it was like $69. But you get your medal and you have a certain time frame to complete it. They give you,
how do they know you completed it?
you have to go log back in and tell your time that you completed it in.
Okay. So that's pretty cool. Even if you're not at Disney, you still could be connected to Disney one way or another.
So we might stream our run walk.
Yeah, it'll probably be more of a walk.
We might could do it out here at this truck.
We know that there's a park and is 3.2 miles or whatever, the same miles as a 5K. So we'll see. We have lots of choices. Lots of choices. Well, I hope everybody has a good day. It's just it's shorter than I thought it would be, because I thought that they would have a little more going on in the barn, but they didn't. So I'm in the sun, I can't see. So thank you all for joining. If we can think of another place in the area to go to, we'll come back on and do some more. If we went to his museum, it would take quite a while. It's a big museum, but it is just down the road. But well, no, thank you for joining. Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Timothy Rainwaters, and thank you, Dean, if you're still there. We appreciate you coming in. And remember, if you have the choice, choose kindness.
I'm frozen. And remember, you have this one life to live, so go out and capture your moments.
Bye, guys. Thank you, Alyssa.